Imagine a king whose wisdom is shaped not by battles or conquests, but by the tender yet powerful words of his mother. This is King Lemuel, a mysterious figure in the Bible, known not for his reign or achievements, but for the timeless advice he received, wisdom that has echoed through the ages. Who was this king, and what can we learn from the guidance passed down to him? We encounter Lemuel in the book of Proverbs, specifically in Proverbs 31. He is credited with the sayings that form the basis of one of the most famous chapters in the Bible. In this narrative, we'll explore the clues, the context, and the possible identities of this enigmatic biblical figure. King Lemuel is a somewhat enigmatic figure mentioned in the Bible, specifically in the book of Proverbs. His identity and historical background are not well documented, leading to various interpretations and theories about who he might be. Let's explore what is known and the scholarly perspectives on King Lemuel. King Lemuel is mentioned in Proverbs 31:1-9, which is a section commonly referred to as the sayings of King Lemuel. The passage begins with the phrase, "the sayings of King Lemuel, an oracle his mother taught him." This section contains advice and guidance from Lemuel's mother, particularly on how to be a righteous ruler and the qualities of a good wife. The passage includes practical and moral advice, focusing on avoiding the dangers of excessive drinking and immorality, which could lead to poor judgment. Lemuel's mother also encourages him to speak up for the rights of the poor and needy, emphasizing justice and compassion as key qualities of a good king. Proverbs 31:8-9. Interpretations and theories. Unknown historical king. Some scholars suggest that King Lemuel might have been a minor or unknown king in the ancient Near East, whose story was included in the Proverbs for its moral and instructional value, rather than for historical significance. The name Lemuel means devoted to God or belonging to God, which could suggest a godly ruler, but no historical evidence outside of the Bible confirms his existence. 2. Allegorical interpretation. Another interpretation is that King Lemuel is not a historical figure, but rather an allegorical or symbolic name, representing an ideal king who embodies the qualities described in the oracle. In this view, the advice given by his mother is seen as general wisdom, applicable to any ruler. 3. Possible connection to Solomon. Some Jewish and Christian traditions have speculated that King Lemuel could be a pseudonym or another name for King Solomon. This theory is based on the fact that Solomon was known for his wisdom and that the book of Proverbs is traditionally attributed to him. However, there is no direct evidence to support this identification, and it remains speculative. 4. Influence from other cultures. Some scholars propose that Lemuel might have been influenced by or related to other cultures, possibly reflecting wisdom literature from neighboring nations. The advice given by Lemuel's mother shares similarities with teachings found in ancient Near Eastern texts, particularly those aimed at instructing rulers. The role of Proverbs 31:10-31. Following the sayings of King Lemuel, Proverbs 31:10-31 presents a poem often referred to as the virtuous woman or the wife of noble character. While this section is not directly attributed to King Lemuel, it is often associated with the wisdom tradition reflected in his mother's advice. This passage describes the ideal wife and her qualities, which include hard work, wisdom, compassion, and fear of the Lord. It is frequently read and cherished in Christian and Jewish communities as a model of godly womanhood. Conclusion. King Lemuel remains a mysterious figure due to the lack of historical documentation and clear identification. The passage attributed to him in Proverbs 31 is valued more for its wisdom and moral teachings than for its historical content. Whether King Lemuel was a historical figure, a symbolic representation, or even an alias for a well-known king like Solomon, his mention in Proverbs highlights the importance of wisdom, justice, and righteous living, especially for those in positions of authority.